729, count A, murder, count B, assault, battery by means of
We'd be asking that you hold this defendant without bail, Your Honor, based on the facts, which I will give a summary of, based on his record and based on the fact, which I'll give more information to the court on, the fact that he did flee the scene and was wanted for the last 2 weeks until he was apprehended in Oxford, Massachusetts yesterday. In honor, about May 27, 2010, Your Honor, at approximately 1:14 a.m., the Plymouth Police Department was dispatched to Cortelli Court in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is North Plymouth. Upon arrival, they found two young men, Mr. James Tiggs, age 23, and Jackson Duncan, Your Honor, age 18. Both of them were lying, bleeding, and they had found out through their initial investigation that both of these two young men were shot by this defendant who stands before you. We believe he shot Mr. Tiggs in the abdomen area 4 separate times, and then Mr. Tiggs had Jackson Duncan standing next to him, who turned around as soon as the shots were fired, at which point this defendant then shot him once in the back. Both of the victims, Your Honor, were taken to Boston area hospitals. James Tiggs, age 23, father of 3, Your Honor, was pronounced dead at the hospital following multiple gunshot wounds. Mr. Duncan, Your Honor, I'm sorry, he's 17 years old. He suffered from 1 gunshot wound to his back. The last update we got from a medical perspective is that he is now paralyzed from his chest down. He's age 17. Immediately following the shooting of these two innocent victims, Your Honor, this defendant immediately took himself and his firearm that he just used, and he fled the area. And he was never seen or heard from again, as far as we knew, until he was apprehended yesterday at approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A combination of forces, including the state police, our violent fugitive apprehension team, and U.S. Marshal Service, combination of efforts, they were able to locate where the defendant was. Once they went to Oxford, Massachusetts, they quickly found this defendant sitting in as a passenger in somebody else's car, about to or just having gone through a McDonald's drive-through location. He was arrested without incident. Should be noted, Your Honor, that not only did this defendant flee and kept fleeing for approximately 2 weeks after this double shooting, but the defendant also changed his appearance. He had a much longer, curlier hair, and he obviously shaved it close to his head, we believe, to alter his appearance in fear of being apprehended, which he was, regardless of the fact that he changed his appearance. This defendant, Your Honor, also stands before you charged with masked armed robbery out of Kingston, taking place May 10, 2010. In essence, in that matter, we're asking for the defendant to be held on $250,000 cash, Your Honor. Back on May 10, 2010, in that matter, the defendant is believed to have approximately 11:28 p.m. went into the Cumberland Farms convenience store at 46 Main Street in Kingston, went inside that location, and with another male wearing hoods with their faces covered, masked possibly, and held up the clerk at gunpoint with a large caliber automatic weapon, demanding money, while the other male went behind the counter and stole May 10, 2010, Your Honor. That was approximately 17 days before he shot and killed Mr. Tiggs and seriously injured Mr. Duncan. And a search warrant was executed based on the information we were given on the armed robbery, and inside that location where this defendant, we believed, resided, they found a bag with mail. They found a box of Remington .40 caliber bullets containing 65 rounds of ammunition in the box. They located the clothing that was believed to be worn, amongst many other things. A bag full of cigarettes. And with regard to the murder, the defendant be held without bail, and that's based on the egregious facts of this case, the death of a young man for no reason at all, and the apparent very violent nature that he conducted these shootings in over a beer. The fact that one young man, 17 years old, is left paralyzed. The fact that this defendant has a history, Your Honor, as shown with regard to this case of fleeing, fled from the scene, had been fleeing for 2 weeks, changed his appearance, and the fact that he does have a record, including a new case, of very violent offenses involving weapons. For all of those reasons, Your Honor, we would ask that you hold this man without bail.
Document 105901729, sir, was held without bail.